Gentleman's time has expired. The chair now recognizes the gentlelady from Nevada, Ms. Titus.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Sales, you said we need to keep sanctions up and we shouldn't have diplomatic recognition. I take it you also wouldn't agree to inviting Taliban to Camp David. Let me go on, though. I don't need a response to that. I would also point out that nearly all of the terror-related, or their names were on the terror watch, individuals who were arrested at the border came from Latin America, not from Afghanistan. And most of the groups that they represented at the time are no longer active. I would also point out that the people who are so concerned about our activity at the border, who are so critical of our people who are trying to do the best they can at the border, are in favor of cutting funding to the border. Only 2 Republican members of Congress serving today voted for the omnibus, which would have given more funding to the border, and cutting money for law enforcement. It seems to be part of their so-called budget plan. So if you want better border, you've got to support their efforts. And let's just be clear about that. Now, my question goes to Dr. Schroden. What, if anything, would have changed if the United States had stayed in Afghanistan for an eternity, which is apparently what these folks want to have happened, as opposed to doing some kind of withdrawal? Would that have been an improvement? Did you support that? What would be the situation had we stayed?
Ma'am, so the analysis that I did between 2015 and 2020 routinely showed the security situation in Afghanistan deteriorating over that time frame. So, you know, the Taliban were increasingly encroaching on Afghan districts. Right between 2017 and 2019, the number of districts that the government controlled decreased by about 40%. My own analysis in 2020, towards the end of 2020, showed that the Taliban had effectively surrounded 15 of Afghanistan's 34 provincial capitals. So the situation was not, as some described it at the time, a stable stalemate that could be maintained through the application of 2,500 U.S. troops indefinitely. It was a deteriorating security situation that would have, to arrest that situation, would likely have required the re-influx, you know, another surge, if you will, of U.S. forces to try and turn that around.
So putting more of our men and women in danger by sending more troops to try to maintain some kind of stability.
In the same way that the Trump administration and the Obama administration inherited a declining security situation in Afghanistan, the Biden administration also inherited a declining security situation in Afghanistan.
Thank you. I yield back.